Yeah, good morning. Hope you actually got the way we install Elementor in the last class. So the next thing we are going to be doing is I'm going to purposely create a new page, and in that new page, I'm going to use purely Elementor. So let's go ahead and see how we can do this. So the first thing I'm going to do is that because I don't want to disrupt the index that I did, so that's why I'm creating a new page. So I'm going to click on page, add page, add page. When you are using Elementor, you just need to open your heart to it and possibly just follow the normal drag and drop mechanism. Or when you are using this normal interface or this Microsoft Word, just look around. You be able to work with it easily. So title of the page, I'm going to remove the pipe title later, but let me just put something. Let's say elements. And no need to put anything here. Are you following? Then after that, I'm going to click on public. So you don't need to put anything than just the title. Then after which I'll click on edit with what? Elementor. Even though later I would uh, there are some popular what will I call it? There are some popular theme that you can easily use with uh, use with Elementor. You understand? That will be very nice. But let's still just do it raw. So later I will tell you all those things. So forget about all these things I was telling you. But if so, let's just skip. Okay, now you will see that on a normal day, but this is one of the reasons why I said there are some stores that work easily with Elementor. So normally, if I want to do it now, there are some popular theme I will use. I think there's one we call is it block blocksy, something like that. Blocksy. Because there are some theme that would literally show an empty page. Do you understand? Because this particular theme now, if you notice, you will see that it has really dropped a lot of jargons there that I might not even need. Do you understand? But let's just use that for today. So what I would do next is that I will now start my, I can actually start with container. Let me show you the difference between the two. Now, if I go to grid now, did you notice something? The immediately I put this grid, is actually dropping something here. Hmm? What this is showing is that I can actually use grid to arrange images. Are you getting me? I can use grid to arrange images if I like. I'm just using it to experiment so that I'll be able to explain to you. So let me delete this. Let me delete it. Just follow. Let me pick container. Now, by the time I pick this container, you could see one plus sign. Let me click on the plus sign. Okay, even when we pick grid, you can still see the plus sign here. So the difference between the two is that the grid has actually automatically helped me to actually arrange my stuff. Unlike the container, let me close and pick the container. So by the time I click on plus, I can decide I can decide that okay, let me try something first. Come in. Let me click on plus. Okay, I've seen what I'm looking for. Now by default, this one will be there. So now let me click on plus. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. Now you could see that it's still taking me back to this grid. Because anytime you actually open, that's why I told you the other time. When you want to use this thing, your own is just to open up to it. Maybe the last time I've used it could be long. But the major thing is that by the time I just look around, I will get it back. You get it? So now this is what I'm looking for. You will see that even by default, it's giving you, say, which layout will you like to use? Is it flexbox? Is it grid? The diagram is already showing. You understand? That is, possibly you want to put something at the first side, while the second side is being divided again. You understand? But most time, this one is very common, like it has been divided. So there's no need of partitioning it. You understand? It's just like when you are using row span in table. You understand? Uh-huh. So while the second TD is divided, uh-huh. So there are some certain situations you might actually need that. But let's use the normal grid. So when I click on grid, now look at this. That's why I love starting from there. You will see that this one is telling you that if I use this, I'm automatically dividing this row to what? To two. This one, that means I'm putting two different row at the same time. This one, I'm dividing to what? Three. So let's try three. Did you see what I got? Even when I click on grid directly. Please, are you following? Now, that is not the end though. Let's go on. Now, by the time you actually add grid, are you following? Please follow me. By the time you actually add grid, the next thing you can do is that you can still change some settings. Look at this place. Okay, grid. Can you see that it's actually intermixed? Now, let's now go down and change the columns. This is where I'm going. Do you understand? For example, now you can see that it's 3. So I can decide and change it to what? To 4. Are you following? So that is why maybe in the next class I will change this theme because I don't have too much of time. That's why I'm starting like this. I can change a theme that will follow the end. You could see that it's still leaving the aside part. Do you understand? You know what I mean by aside? That is the side bar where I can actually put things. So, but you pick a what? A theme that has what? That will actually flow 100% to the entire screen. Do you understand? So now, so this to tell you that I can also what? I can also change the what? The columns. So just imagine in this case now, I want to arrange 4 things here. And you must understand that when you're arranging things, I might it's not compulsory that it's images alone. Do you understand? Okay, let me show you some certain sites. www dot okay, let me show you Skyline Hospital. Let me show you www dot what is the name of this one? We just did for this man. I'm coming. www. I remember now. Okay, don't worry. Along the line, if I remember, I would just make mention of it. Let's just use this as an example. Now, this one is being done by what? By Elementor. You see, this is 1, 2, 3. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, this is 1, 2, 3. So, it's something that I actually use grid. Do you understand? So, for each, since it's collecting image and it's also collecting some other things, I will now put container in it. You understand? So let's continue. And just let's assume that I won't do something like that. So I'll start with something simpler. Now, after you've done that, the next thing you now do is that I will now click on plus. Are you following? That means I want to put something there. So now when I click on plus, or sometimes you can even add your plus there. Do you get it? But you must click so that sometimes you know that you are in this what? You are in this grid. Hmm? So let's say I want to add, I click on plus, and I want to add, you can search. If it's image, bam, can you see? The image has entered. I'm trying to know one of the simplest ways to start something that start with image. So that the person will understand. So can you see that I've added what? Image there. Now immediately I had the image, just flow with me. You could see edit. Do you understand? Even if you did not see edit, this stuff that you click is already here at this side. So let's try and start editing it. If you like, just go on this edit. It's still the same thing as open. It now says choose what? Image. So I don't want to waste time. I have some few images, right? Let's pick, select, the image will drop. But it's not enough. Can you see that it's telling you that, okay, the image resolution, do you want medium, large? Do you want large? You understand? Do you want thumbnail? You should not mean thumbnail. Do you want medium? Do you want custom? If you want to give it your specific what, width and what, height. Do you want full? So I'm sure that this image is not even big. You understand? Hmm? So exactly. So what I do is that mostly all the images I will use, I will have resizes. I prefer using sometimes I prefer that the image will not be regular. All my images, I will give it specific width and what height, and I will go and just pick custom. Do you understand? So this is full. Then if there's a link, you come here, custom what URL you put. That is when they click on the image, it should take them to a what? A link. Are you following? Maybe it should take them to www.solarx it what world.com.ng. Are you following? Uh, then after that, it has not. I'm still on this image, oh. Do you get it? I'll now go to style. There are a lot of things you can do here. You want to align it. You want to center it. You want to align it to the right. Do you understand? All these ones. You don't need to work on the width. So after that, border radius. You should know the meaning of border radius. So all those things you know already will help you. So top, maybe I want the top. Now you must also know something. Look at me. If I put 5 here, it will be 5 like this all round. Yeah, but it shows now. It has actually shown at the sides. But there's a way you unlink this thing. Maybe I want you to just affect one part. I unlink. So that when I give it to this part alone, maybe I want to give 10 to this part alone. It's only that 10 that we have paid. But if I didn't unlink, if I put 10 here, it went to what? To the other part. You don't understand what I'm trying to say? So let's leave that. Am I making sense? So now I can return this one that, okay, I don't want to give you border radius to 0. Do you understand? So if I just want to do style, I should just have at this side alone. Do you understand? So I'm doing it gradually. You can give boss shadow. You understand? So if you want to give boss shadow, you also come and possibly the shadow color. Do you understand? These are all the things that will just make your site to be professional. That people like, ah, wow. And maybe, how do you want to put it? Is it, do you understand? Is it just little? You get it? When you're okay, you leave it. I'm just showing you. So even if it's not fine, I'm trying to introduce you to all these settings. You get it? Then you go to advanced. And when you get to advanced also, you can see a lot of things. Oh, don't scatter. Just click back. Do you understand? Advanced. You can see layout. Layout is telling you about, okay, the movement. Is it to the left, the positioning of this image? But all those ones, you might not need it in this side because you put your grid already. Do you understand? But this is like when you are using your normal style, you want to give something margin left, margin right. Do you understand? That's the meaning of all these ones. But by default, you can leave it. Are you following? After I'm done, I'll come again. Plus. Now, let me tell you the meaning of structure. What did I call it? Structure. This is your structure icon. Yes, I don't really like this thing. Like, okay, this is, let me scroll. This is your what? Your structure icon. Let me show you. Now, the grid that is here, hmm? The grid that is here, this is what you use to follow it. Let me minimize this. Can you see the grid? It has shown that you only added what? One image. If I want to hide, because by the time you are working to understand what you're doing, I can decide to hide this image. So that you know the particular structure you are, or the particular what place. Are you following what I'm actually? Are you getting me gradually? So let me just to be sure of where I am. Then after that again, I can actually decided to what? To click on another what? Plus. Oh my click plus and add. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Maybe image. Can you see? It has worked. So I was explaining that maybe you should just prompt, no, just come here and search. Since you click on that place, it's there. You what? Come again, edit the image. Are you following? Don't worry, I will do like two different types. Let me just fill everything with image. So this one, I don't need to stress myself. Let me tell this. I guess this image is actually. That's why you must resize all your images. So, but don't worry, let's just manage it. At the same time, I'll still what? I will still come to this side, click. When I click, come here and search whatever you need. Image. Pick the what? The image. Then I will choose. If person calls back, just go to this thing and ask who is the person I'm in the class. Are you following? So let's see. I've not picked this image. Select. Let's say this last one also. So since I want to be putting what image, I'll pick again. Yeah, I can pick it. Ask for the person name that I'm in the class. I should tell you what he wants to tell you. You follow. So let's say are you following what I'm saying? So now I put the third image. I don't just want to waste time. So let's public and even let's just see what we are doing. You understand? To see the difference. So I now click on what? Publish. Okay, after I've done that, after I've done that, www dot welfare hospital limited slash what slash blog. So pages. Who is that person? Okay, no problem. So this is what I this is the one I call Elementor. So I'll just view. Can you see? That image is very small. That's why that is the size of the image. Can you see that we're already making, even no matter how little? So that's why I said on a normal day, this one will still work. It's not as if this thing will not work. You just change this one to your hero section. Do you understand? But I prefer using a theme that is neutral. You understand? So that you can start arranging everything you want to what arrange by default. Are you following? Are you following? So now there's something I'm trying to establish. So let's go back to this place. Look at what I would do now. I want to remove all this grid. This is where you just click on what close. Bam, they have gone. Are you following? So now let's do another one. I'll now tell you the difference. Don't forget that this one I started with what grid, right? So let me start with container. So how do you start with container? Just pick a what container and drag. No, just click. Okay, your container like this. Do you understand? So when I click on my container, it has dropped it. Exactly. Then I'll now click on what plus. So now if I click on plus now, and I said possibly, I said because this as you're looking at it, if I want to divide it, it's still this grid that will help me. Do you understand? Even though I start with container, it's still this grid that will help me. So I'll just come in. Let me even type container. Maybe I can say anything. No. So it's still the grid that will help me. I'll just click on what? Grid. Do you understand? So when I click on grid now, so that's why I could actually say sometimes it depends on the one you want to start with. But you can start with container if you like. Exactly. So if I start with container now, I will now what? Still be doing the Same thing. Image, Abi. Same thing. When you click on it, it's already selected. Just select the what? Image. Can you see? This one also. Image. So on a normal day, if I don't need the rest again, it's not lit. Click on this. Click on this. Okay, add container. Do you understand? That I'm trying to tell you what that plus does. Control Y. Okay. You know that when I got it, when I say add container, it's bringing this so that maybe I want to add something again. You understand? Do you see? I'm adding another what? Container. Do you understand? So that's how you'll be doing layers upon layers upon layers. All this one that you are seeing, don't think that by the time I do this first thing, there's a way I can, that's the next thing I want to do. There's a way I can duplicate it. That it just come down. So when it comes down, we're just going to edit the image and the text. So should we do that? Are you getting me? So let's duplicate. So assuming I've done this now, I'll just come like this. Image. Plus. Okay, look at what I want to do. Let me just quickly put 3 images here. I want to do the duplicate so that it should just go down. Just pick 3 images, sharp, sharp. Okay, this one also. Are you following the difference? The image again. Here, come here, pick the second what? Image. And come to this place again. When you click on it, don't worry, just come here and search. You understand? Image again. Okay, it's here that you pick whatever you want to pick. Which one have we not picked? Okay, this one. Now, the next thing I want to do now is that I want to replicate this particular container. You understand? To go down, right? So what am I going to do? Simply look at me. I'll just right click and duplicate. Do you understand? So this is right click and what? And now change the what? The images. Can you see I'm already building my structure already? So when I want to do just by the time you do, in fact, if I tell you that this stuff that you're seeing, I did it within few hours. The entire website. Do you understand? The contact, the about, the okay, let me show you the contact. The contact, and I did it within few hours. You get it? So let's continue. Me and myself. So by the time you're able to do the first one, you just duplicate. That's what I'm actually trying to what emphasize. Is that clear? Is that clear? Yes, sir. What I'm going to do now is that I want to let you know what we are doing in the next class so that you know what we want to achieve. So by the time we do that, I will now change the thing and do a standard one for us. Do you get it? So now it means that you now know how to create your what? Container. So sometimes, see now, if I want to see it now, just the major thing is like now for the first one, I'm coming. Okay, I used to that this one now is container that I did. So it's better to start with container. So when you now do the container, you can put the grid inside it. Do you understand? Exactly. Now, let me now tell you what we want to do. So now I will tell you how we do it. Normally, the question is that how can we do something like this? That I can add image, I can have the heading and the what, the content. Do you understand? What I did here is that I'll give it a container. Do you understand? So inside that container, I'll now divide it to three. Do you understand? That is, I will make it like this. So that's what we want to do in the next class. So that in the that's the major container. Are you getting me? Can you see my mouse? So I will now pick a grid that will be divided into three. Do you understand? So that I will now be, so but that's what I will start with in the next class. Exactly. So let me stop the video.